the thing I want to talk about, which I also love that you were talking about, and I'm hearing it a lot, but not from the people that I would like this for, is during one of your webinars, I heard you talk about you have a morning routine.
Yeah.
And I must say that when I started implementing my morning routine, it's been an absolute game changer.
Yeah, for sure.
But I've also noticed that many men don't have such a morning routine. They just wake up, most likely as late as possible, just hit that snooze button, and then it's up and running. Toilet, brush teeth, shower,
Yeah.
get dressed, maybe
Right.
have some breakfast, cup of coffee, and rushing off to work. Now,
Right.
can you share why you have a morning routine? What does it mean? And what kind of system?
Yeah, because look at the morning routine of people who have heart attacks. Look at the morning routine of people who die early. They all have that same morning routine, right? That same morning routine of I'm gonna sleep in 10 extra, 15 extra minutes, scramble out the door, high on coffee. I'll eat some wheat products or some carbohydrates to get my energy, fill my belly up. Drink coffee all day. And it just kind of like goes on. And then even if you're having like a big lunch, maybe some people are, some people aren't. That morning routine is everything. It's everything. And we've been working on a morning routine for a while. I can't even remember when it first started, when somebody first started telling me you need to have like a set morning routine. But it makes a lot of sense that if you start your day on one note, you're like, if you start your day at a 10, then you're stronger than a lot of what's going to come at you during the day. You're stronger mentally, you're stronger physically. So as trials hit you during the day, you're kind of like, no, I got this. Don't worry about this. It also puts you in a place where you've seen the big picture. All those things. I talk to people about this all the time at like dinner parties and stuff and networking events, and people will be like, oh, I got to remember to do that. I got to remember to read in the morning. And it's like, your morning routine is where you put all those things that you keep saying, I got to remember to do that, right? Because I know you go here, you go there, and you think, oh, that'll make me a better man, right? That'll make me a better dad. That'll make me a better man. You've got to your morning routine is where you put those things for the most part, right? So your morning routine is how you get started on the right track, and it's a discipline thing. Are you the type of person that is willing to take these 5 steps every morning to live the kind of life you want to live? Or are you the type of guy that wants 10 more minutes of sleep, right? Because at the end of your life, whether that's your working life, your kids at home life, right? Your kids are going to be 18, 19 and gone someday. Where are you? Are you a big, fat, lazy, almost divorced guy at that point? Right? Are you a thin, happy, ecstatically married, getting laid every night guy? Right? Because I'll tell you which path I'm on. I want to be, when my kids are out of this house, in my best life ever. Right? And to do that, I need to be stronger in the morning than everybody else I come across. So here's what my morning routine, and by the way, my morning routine, 2 big shots out, Sean Cannell. I was already doing a morning routine when Sean Cannell said to me, you need to read The Miracle Morning. He says, that'll dial in your morning routine. So I've read The Miracle Morning. My wife has read it, and we are both on a morning routine, a morning ritual. And it starts with like no's. So what I do not do in the morning, my phone wakes me up, but I do not check my phone. Checking your phone puts you in response mode. And you're immediately asking for input before you've even had a chance to tell yourself what you're doing that day. So immediately you're stepping into other people's agendas, right? So you train your brain for response mode. Jim Quick talks a lot about this. So look up Jim Quick in memory, right? It's also better for your memory to put your phone down more. So do not check your phone and do not hit the snooze button. The snooze button says, I am too weak to even get out of bed. The snooze button says, I'm not ready. I went to bed too late. I need you put yourself in a place of poverty, of disadvantage, because subconsciously you're saying, I need something, or I didn't get something. Life's not fair. I need to immediately gratify the emotion I'm having right now. So you got to remember that whenever you hit that snooze button, you are saying something to yourself. You are putting a quality on the type of man that you are, right? You're the type of man that needs 10 more minutes rather than get up 10 more minutes to make yourself a better dad. And I want that to resonate with you. Look, guys, I hit the snooze button today. I don't do it perfectly every day. All right? I want to give you that. So I don't do it perfectly every day, but I have a standard that I live to. I am not the kind of man that hits the snooze button. I'm just not. Why? Because I have affirmations, right? I have these beliefs about myself and about my life that I repeat to myself every morning, right? So I'll get to that in a second, but I don't hit the snooze button because I am powerful. I am a creator. I love my life. I love waking up, and I get up with joy, right? So that's what I've trained my brain to say when I want to go hit that snooze button. After I get up, I read, I pray, and I read. Okay, so I get up and I read from the Bible, a chapter, at the most. I might even just read, if it's deep, I might read like 4 verses and just kind of stop there. Then I pray, and I ask God for peace, or I thank him for the peace that he's sent to me. And I believe God has already blessed us. Like, he's already given us. God is outside of time, right? So he's already given us the life that he's given us. And we just have to walk into that. So I thank God. I thank him. Like, thank you, Lord, for what you're going to do for me in 20 years. And I don't even know about it yet, but I know you're going to do amazing things. A lot of gratitude. Now, you may not be into prayer, and that's fine. But I want you to think about what I'm saying. I express gratitude. I recognize what I have. In the book Miracle Morning, he doesn't talk about prayer. He talks about meditation, right? And similar philosophies, but a different recipient. So recognize what you have. Recognize the advantages and how far you've come, right? The next step is visualization. And with visualization, I look at what I'm going to do that day and I visualize myself doing it. Let me tell you, I did this at Social Media Day in San Diego. I was the MC there. And it was the first time I was emceeing a full gig, like the full conference. So I was nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous. I was confident, but nervous. And I began to visualize myself doing it. And I saw myself saying things I hadn't planned to say. So I wrote those things down. And you know what? I went on stage and I said the things that I imagined during my visualization time. I had the crowd up on their feet clapping. And that all came from visualization, from visualizing what I was going to do that day. And all of a sudden, I saw a grander idea, and I aspired to that idea. So I'm a big believer in visualizations. The affirmations, positive statements that I look at myself. This is awkward, but I look at myself, and they're on my phone, and I read them out loud. I look at myself in the mirror, and I repeat the ones. Like every day, they all change. It changes up all the time, right? So it's kind of like I'm powerful. I'm a creator. People love my work. I get testimony. It's all true stuff, right? It's just stuff that we forget about. You forget because you want to go into this negative thinking like, oh, today sucks because yesterday sucked. But it's like, think about your whole life. Like I've always been a winner. I've always had good friends in my life. I've never been poor. I've always had food. And you just say these things out loud to yourself. I say to myself, like, I don't need to overeat. I don't need to drink. Right? And I don't have an overeating problem. I don't have a drinking problem, but it does add, like I'll have a beer during the week and I'll sleep in the next day maybe, or maybe I'll cut work early that night. So I just like to try to keep that to the weekends, right? Without setting a hard and fast rule. I just remind myself that if I want to drink, I do it on my time, not on my business's time, right? That sort of thing. Affirmations, and then exercise. Exercise is important. Motion creates emotion. I get up, I move. I'm either doing push-ups, sit-ups for 10 minutes, jump roping for 10 minutes, or maybe I'll run for 10 minutes. But I do 10 minutes of something. Even if I can't do anything, I'll go out and walk and just get my blood moving, get your blood flowing, right? This is very important to me because I wake up, I read, I pray, I read, and then I eat eggs to activate my brain. I drink about 16 ounces of water because we're 97% water, and I just hydrate. Then I have coffee. I don't have my coffee until after I hydrate. You don't dehydrate before you hydrate, right? Hydrate first, then coffee. If you're like, I need coffee first thing in the morning kind of guy, go drink 16 ounces of water first, wake up all your organs because your organs are dry, and then have coffee. I promise you, even that will make you feel better. So that's basically my routine. I do it every morning, except when I don't. And when I don't, I recognize I can always relate a bad day or a bad result to I didn't do my routine this morning.
Wow, nice. Thanks for sharing that. Sounds like an amazing routine. I'm happy also that you brought up the gratitude, because it's something that I've recently, and with recently I'm talking about this week, implemented in my own morning routine. And it helps. So that's
morning routines are amazing.
Yeah, loving it. I'm glad you brought up Jim Quick. I'm actually following a course of his.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's great.
It's awesome. Yeah.